So you know I like to talk a lot about low IQ conversations. And sometimes the conversations might not necessarily be low IQ. Look, we're allowed to have small talk. But sometimes it's not even about the conversation. Sometimes it's more about where it's taking place. And more importantly, when it's taking place. Why the fuck are you even up and awake at this time having this sort of conversation? Why are you up at 7:28 Greenwich Mean Time having this fucking conversation, blood?
Listening to understand. Now, is what I'm understanding from it is John's been in prison. And whilst he was in prison, the woman that he had a child with and a child on the way with, she had a stalker, and that is why the children were removed.
Not even a stalker. That's correct, love. That was her boyfriend.
That was her boyfriend, please, let me speak. Come on, come on.
Yeah, but you got it wrong there. That was her boyfriend. Not a stalker.
Right, hold on, let me finish. It
was her ex-boyfriend. She was with me. When I went to prison, he kept stalking her.
Right? And that is why the children were removed. Now, I will also say as well, because I've done lots and lots and lots of research on this, and I've spoken to people that used to work for social services. Let me tell you this right now. Social services is 100% a business. Do people realise that any child that is removed successfully through the courts, the social worker that done that will get a bonus in their back pocket between
Even if that is true and the social workers get a bonus, is there 1% or 2% of people out there that take pride in taking people's children away? Yes, because you've got women like Lucy Letby, or whatever the fuck her name was, going around doing craziness and that. So I could imagine that there are people that wouldn't mind doing the same sort of thing, but less severe, yeah? So let's say that is true. There are people that, if the social worker takes away a child and that, and they get a bonus and that. Yeah, there's maybe 2% of people that enjoy doing that. 98% of people do not want to fucking go around and take people's children away. No fucking way. Unless it's some Ross Clark woman that's sterile and can't have a Ross Clark pitney and just wants to wreak havoc and punish everyone on planet Earth because due to the fact that she can't have children. And I don't believe for 1 minute they take pride and they want to take away people's children.
£1,000. Because that's their job. It's like any job.
It's like when a police officer makes an arrest, they get
Just say what she's saying, man. Let her learn. She's spoken for a minute.
Please, respectfully, I've sat here so quietly listening to you lot and not said a word.
Come with a bit of sense, conscience, please. Come with a little bit of sense to this morning.
Of course they're going to get more money. It's their job.
It's a job. It's a reward.
Let her finish and say what she's saying.
Finish the thing, conscience.
My point is, they are getting a bonus as extra on top of their yearly wage to say well done for removing a child. £3,000 to £5,000.
From a child out of danger. From a
Protecting a
child
child. It's not for just removing a child. It's well done for protecting a child.
Oh, man. Finish.
And do you think that's okay? Do you think it's okay to pay someone to remove a child and pay them big money for removing a child, even if they've got it wrong?
In a lot of cases, children do need to be removed then, like in John's case.
They do need to be removed.
Yeah, I went to one property one time and literally my trainers were sticking to the carpet. And, after I left, because there was a little mixed race child walking, like crawling around on the floor. This property was fucking filthy. So filthy that when I knocked on the door initially at this flat, this black girl answered the door. Now, I went there unexpected. She didn't expect me to turn up. I said, I'm the electrician. She was like, oh. I'm like, yeah, I've got a test to do. I need to do it today. She was like, all right then. Can you give me 10 minutes? I'm like, yeah, cool. I'll give you 15. So I went and sat in my car. When I came back and knocked the door, I expected the mixed race girl, the black girl to answer the door. Some white guy is there, the baby dad. So he's answered the door. So anyway, I've gone in now. This girl is just in the bedroom. She's not coming out. I'm there for an hour, she's not coming out. Anyway, I'm doing what I'm doing by the fuse box, which is in the kitchen. You have to walk through the living room to get to the kitchen. So when you're in the kitchen, you can see the living room. The state of the living room alone was fucking horrendous. The kitchen, listen, there's some people that will offer you like, oh, do you want a cup of tea and that? If they ever did in that house, that it should be illegal to offer people cups of teas from households like that. It was that disgusting. Yeah, it was that nasty. So anyway, the floor, like I said, the carpet, my trainers were sticking to the carpet and that. There was a little mixed-race child crawling around and that. And this girl was so embarrassed about the state of the property, because obviously man's a black man, obviously going there. She's going to feel a certain way. She stayed in her bedroom the whole entire time. I never saw her. I was there for an hour. I never saw. Who the fuck stays in their bedroom for an hour? So anyway, I said to the guy, look, I'm going to need to go in the bedroom and test the socket. So he's like, all right, one sec, let me just speak to her and that. So he's gone in there. I heard him whispering, having a word with her. She's probably annoyed or embarrassed that I have to go in the bedroom. So anyway, went in the bedroom now. Boom. Tested the socket and that. She's in the bathroom. I said to him, look, I'm going to need to go in the bathroom as well. And he's like, you're going to have to wait a minute or so or whatever, innit? This girl is fucking hiding from me. She doesn't want to put her face to the dirty property. So anyway, when I left, I was thinking to myself, do you know what? Yeah, that would be the sort of place that you would call social services or inform social services about. And if the social workers, if they went into that property, let's say 2 people went in there, all they would have to do is ask themselves this question. One would just turn to the other and say, would you let your son, daughter or granddaughter come to this house and play on the floor and crawl around and that? The other person will respond no. Therefore, it is an unhygienic, filthy place. Now, this place was disgusting. Nasty. Like, there's certain levels of dirt. Most people's houses are dirty by my standard. But there's certain levels of dirt where it's like, yeah, this person must have mental health. You must have mental health to live like this. So, yeah. I don't think the social workers are in the business of wanting to take away people's children.
As much as she wants to preach, she was trying to get away from this man. She would have been given a choice.
Yes, that's fine, but I'm
he
not on
kept
about
letting
that
this man
situation
back,
now.
which is why she had the kids taken. And John can't have his kids because he was in jail when they got caught. If he wasn't in
Yeah,
jail,
that's correct. That's correct, love. Yeah. I didn't know in jail. She must have got warnings.
he would have got warnings, 100%. They're not going to take a child for domestic violence.
I know. But what makes
Don't take a child for domestic violence. Why
when she appealed on it and she asked for the social services and all the people what was involved have suddenly left the social services.
Well, I'm just going to say this, yeah. I'm tired of this, yeah, because there's a lot of opinions, yeah. I have a past, yeah. My parenting skills was nothing to be worried about. I was a great fucking dad. That's what I'm trying to say to you, John. I hear all this stuff about she did this and she did that. But in life, we have to take personal responsibility for our actions, right? And the fact is that everyone's trying to blow over here, and respectfully, I'm not saying this to be rude because I've been there, yeah? Social services did not want me around my kids because of my part, yeah? So that's the thing, if you was being...
That's it, mate, that's it. Because
you weren't in prison, if you didn't have a violent past, social services might, unless I'm going to say something after this, so let me land fully, yeah?
Fam, the reason why the social services didn't want to let this guy around his children is because, look at his title of his thing, Recovering Keno. He was a drug addict. You know, drug addicts don't make good parents.
Social services might have come to you and said, you know what, here, you take your kids. But I'm going to say this as well. Remember, social services are normal people, yeah? Some of them do the same training, they don't finish it, all that kind of stuff. So you might get a good social worker, you might get a bad social worker. It's just the luck of the coin, which is unfortunate. But I'm going to say this to you, John, respectfully, yeah? Stop looking at what your partner did and her stuff, because you're being held back, and I can hear it. There's a resentment in you for her taking your child away. If you let go of that and look at your own part, you'll be much more freer in your life. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't hold no resentment. We're still good friends today.
Well, I'm on about with the losing of the child. I'm still...
Yeah, I know, but like I say, mate, as another thing, as a woman said that how did I get in contact? When the lady, I know that when my missus lost the kids, yeah, the lady took both kids, adopted them, yeah. Well, she writes to my missus and sends them on their birthday pictures and everything.
Yeah.
So,
Keno and John, I'm with you both.
That's how social services are moving with me.
And I know where they are. They're in Reading.
Keno and John, I don't think because of your past that you should ever be held thingy. But this is just the world. This is the big.
This is just the world we live in, mate.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the world we live in, boys. I do. That is sorry. It's sad.
So can you both not get like supervised contact.
It's not even that, Shan. It's just the uphill task for them both.
No, but I mean, just to see their children. That's what I'm saying. Just to see their children, can you not get supervised contact?
So Shanice, let me tell you,
Once they got adopted, they can't see them until they're 18 or 16 or 18.
yeah, I don't even get letterbox contact.
You can. If the woman
I
agrees
can't
to
hear
it.
what Keno is saying. Can we all be quiet? I will try and listen to Keno.
Sorry, I was saying, so my first little girl got adopted. I had her when I was 19, I'm 35 now, yeah. She got adopted when she was 18, I'm fully adopted. I haven't had one, oh my gosh, I get emotional. I ain't had one fucking letter. I ain't had one fucking picture.
You know where she is, at least, kid.
No, I don't. I've done all the search. They've changed her name. Like, social services ain't even rang me to say if she's still alive, if she's being treated fairly, none of that. But I'll be honest, I changed my life.
You want to know something?
Well, if social services don't want you to see your daughter, you have to look to yourself as to why that's the situation.
I'll listen 1 second.